bless you.
धन्यवाद मैडम
मैम
के लिए। विद्यालय की उपाचार्य मैडम की PR मैडम से निवेदन करूंगा कि ये आशीर्वाद से हमको अनुमोदित करें।
अतिथि महोदय, साइंटिस्ट बार्क प्राचार्य महोदय, उपस्थित शिक्षकगण, अलुमनी प्रेसिडेंट, गेस्ट स्पीकर एवं प्यारे अलुमनी, आप सभी को मेरा प्रणाम। सर्वप्रथम मैं अपना स्व परिचय देना हूँ। मेरा नाम PR शंकरी है। मैं दक्षिण भारत हूँ। मैंने इस विद्यालय में पिछले साल वर्ष 2019 में जून माह के दौरान ज्वाइन किया था। उसके पश्चात मुझे लगभग 15 दिन के बाद बनाकर बलरामपुर भेजा गया था। लगभग 6 महीने रही। यही कारण अलुमनी मीट सम्मिलित नहीं हुई। ये सौभाग्य है कि इस अलुमनी मीट में लोगों से बातचीत कर पा रही हूँ। बच्चों, मैं भी कि अलुमनी का जो उद्देश्य है, जो लक्ष्य आपकी तरह समझना होगा और उस पर अमल भी करना होगा। नवोदय जो है एक वट वृक्ष की शाखाएं फैल चुकी हैं और आपने लगभग समय व्यतीत किया। इसमें कुछ बच्चे तो ऐसे हैं शिशु निकेतन पढ़ाए, यानी 5 वर्ष शिशु निकेतन में और 7 नवोदय में। इस 12 वर्ष का उन बच्चों ने व्यतीत किया है, जो कि एक वन के बराबर है, आतंकवाद से ऊपर जाता है। आपकी अवस्था किशोरावस्था के नाम से जानी जाती है, जो यहाँ व्यतीत है, वो जीवन का बहुत ही मुख्य होता है। नवोदय आपके विकास की जड़ है कि बताते ही मैं बारे में कुछ बताना चाहूंगी। आप सब पेड़ के बारे में जानते हैं। पेड़ की जड़ जो है दिखाई नहीं देती है, भूमि में समा होती है। जड़ की ओर इशारा करते हुए तने ने कहा कि ये जड़ क्या, ये तो मुंह गए पड़ी है, किसी का सामना भी नहीं कर सकती। मैं देखो तन पर खड़ा हूँ, कितना महान। इस पर शाखाओं ने कहा तो एक तन कर खड़ा है, हाँ, जो कि सारी दिशाओं में छा गई हैं, शाखाओं ने कहा। तो इस पर पन्ना बोली, इस बचाल दुनिया में चाहे वो जड़ हो, तना हो या शाखा हो, मौन कर रहती हैं। हम ही हैं जो स्वर उत्पन्न करते हैं। इसे सुनकर भला फल और फूल क्यों फूट रहे। फूल बोली, मैं महान हूँ क्योंकि मैं सुख देती हूँ। इस पर फल का, महान हूँ, मैं जो हूँ का आहार बनता हूँ। इसका सब अपनी माँ का बखान रहे थे। सब सुनकर जड़ मुस्कुराई, क्योंकि आप सभी जानते हैं कि जड़ के पर ही सब फल फूल रहे थे। नींव की ईंट को भवन नहीं देखती, लेकिन उसी के बल बूते पर सारा भवन बना रहता है। तो मैं यही कहना चाहती हूँ कि नवोदय की सदैव ऋणी रहेंगे और नवोदय के विकास में अपना हाथ बटाएंगे। एक तो था जब नवोदय ने आपको पाल कर बड़ा किया, अब जो है आपको नवोदय के लिए अत्यंत अच्छे विचारों का सहयोग आप सहयोग अर्थ ये कदापि नहीं है कि आप आर्थिक सहयोग ही दें। किसी भी प्रकार का सहयोग बच्चों के लिए अच्छा मार्गदर्शन हो सकता है, हो या फिजिकल हो, सारे लोग तो इसमें जुड़ नहीं, लेकिन पूरे जब भी आप आने का मौका होता है, आप विद्यालय में भी कर सकते हैं, अपने विकास की कहानी को शेयर कर सकते हैं, जिससे उनका मार्गदर्शन होगा। और इसमें अपनी तरफ से कहना चाहूंगी कि समारोह अगर बच्चे लेकर हैंडल करेंगे अति उत्तम हो। कि जो पहला बैच नवोदय 1993 होकर निकला, उस समय नवोदय में काम कर रही थी मैं नवोदय में हूँ। अब तक लगभग 28 बैच जो है पास हो चुका है। आप तो जानते हैं और 11 होता है। आपकी संख्या हजारों में, आप क्या कुछ नहीं करते, आप बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं, जहाँ चाह वहाँ रहा। मैं ये विश्वास करती हूँ कि अग्रणी जो है बहुत ही भव्य होगा, उसमें आपका योगदान सराहनीय रहेगा, उसमें अधिकांश लोग भाग लेंगे। अलमुनी जो है, अलमुनी उत्सव के नाम से जाना जाएगा, उसमें की पूर्ति होगी और आप लोग चढ़कर भाग ऐसा विश्वास। ये मीट सिमट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन अगला मीट जो बहुत प्रभाव होगा, चंद शब्द के साथ आप सभी को आशीर्वाद देते हुए मैं विदा लेना चाहूंगी। धन्यवाद।
Yes, start.
हाँ, इस कड़ी को आगे बढ़ते हुए हमारे मुख्य अतिथि प्रथम बैच आउट माननीय श्री अजय तिवारी भैया, भाभा एटॉमिक सेंटर मुंबई। आग्रह करूंगा कि आप अपने छोटे बहनों को अपने जीवन की पहलू से रूबरू करें।
Yeah, thank you. So, am I audible to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are listening.
At the onset, my heartfelt gratitude. I am overwhelmed this moment, and my respect to teachers. Ma'am, I think she was our biology teacher. She taught us number of years, and it was subjects which were very dear to me. I could not become a doctor. I can see after sitting with stethoscope. Principal ma'am, singer, and maybe newly elected or maybe selected officials of Alumni Association. This moment is nothing less than valuable privilege for me to be here amongst you because I belong to the first batch of JNV Malhar. I can very well say that most, besides here, all to be younger than me. So therefore, I call them younger sisters. See, we've understand what is the importance of alumni association. I am also an alumnus of this prestigious institute, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. I think it was amongst second or third batches of the schools which was opened in the then Madhya Pradesh, when Pradesh were together. It was, I think, officially opened in 1987, but our batch we joined there in, I think, if I can recollect it, it was February 1988. Definitely, were the days when they were primitive days. We had fun of different days because a permanent access to live in, not have a school. It was rented or maybe ad hoc accommodation, but it was one. So everybody was very. आप चाहे चाहे आप दूर जा ही नहीं सकते वाला हिसाब था. And I can see Topasari is here, and is there. They are the ones which we have, grown and we have lived together as Navodaya Vidyalaya Malhar over the years. There was a time when we used to many extent ponds was the, I think, one of the greatest advantage of ponds around Malhar. They were very utilized by us. Morning and evening, there was a walk to the ponds, and then you were attending nature that time. And the moment, but we sailed through. I think moments not all them tortuous because they were hard, but we never felt as if we are being, any pains. We lived them together. We enjoyed them, and it never felt to us as if there is any shortcoming in our upbringing, empire, so on and so forth. These moments are also very, very essential in our lives. Most of us, I think, we belong to a very humble background, and we must admit that जैसे कहते हैं कमल जो है जड़ में ही खिलता है. So these hardships which come along your way, they teach you a lot to become a person of proper strength, to become a person of resolution, and also achieve things which one inspires or which one aspires for. See, it is a proud moment as I could see the list and as I have been in touch with other WhatsApp groups. Navodaya Vidyalaya Malhar has paid rich dividends, and now we urge at this very moment that this rich legacy has to get richer by the day. It cannot diminish, and it has to be carried on. And this entirely depends on the new birds, new bunch of people who are there at the helm of affairs, who are the students of Navodaya Vidyalaya at present. So we as seniors to them, there are some obligations, there are some duties as a human being, as a person who owes so much to this fantastic institute called Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. Our alumni association, I think we should derive from the three words which are prevailing in Olympics. You know what is the motto of Olympics? It is originating from Latin CTS, Altius, and Fortius. I'm sure many of you would have heard of these three magic words. So CTS means high speed, Altius means greater heights, and Fortius means strong, gaining strength. So as is the motto of Olympics, so our alumni association should become stronger day by day. It should become strong and it should become big at a very good speed, and we should be together all of us, we plus those who are there at the school, we should really aspire to achieve greater scales of heights of achievements. So if this is the objective for this alumni association, then comes what could be the deliverables. If we are able to achieve these objectives, what are the things that we can deliver? The simplest thing is that we can always guide our youngers. See, whatever achievement we might have secured, whatever way we would have traveled, we can always show them a proper light such that those deviations and perturbances which otherwise we had confronted during our journey in the life, they can be prevented from being suffered by those hindrances. So there's nothing like, experience counts a lot, because experience you would have lived. It is not something which you read in a book. It is not something which you hear a story from your ancestors. It is something which you have gone through. And that is the truth. And therefore it counts, it matters a lot. Share your experiences. I can very well, recount those days we were from the first batch. To be honest, Malhar was, it was completely a village by definition, and it lived also. It actually met it all the expectations of a village one would have thought. And when we were in class 10, I remember we were treated like special creatures, as if suddenly somebody has incarnated on this mother earth. ये 10वीं वाला बच्चा है, इसको टच मत करना. प्रोफेसर यू रिमेम्बर? नहीं नहीं, इनको सुबह कोई नहीं उठाया, इनका 10वीं है, बोर्ड है. देन केम 11th में सडनली एवरीबडी फॉरगॉट अस. अरे 10वीं पास करके आया है, 11th आया तो आगे और भी तो अच्छा करना चाहिए, बट दैट वाज नॉट द केस टू बी. तो हम लोगों ने काफी मस्ती करी. आई डोंट नो, आई कांट सी एनीबडी फ्रॉम माय बैच, बट 11th का हमारा रिजल्ट बहुत ही खराब था एक्चुअली, टू बी ऑनेस्ट. सो पूरी मस्ती में निकल गया, क्योंकि 10th में जितना था एनर्जी सब हमने झोंक दिया, 11th में कुछ बचा नहीं देखने के लिए. अचानक 12th में आए, गिरिजा मैडम इज देयर, शुरू शुरू में तो कुछ समझ में ही ना आया, बायोलॉजी क्या पढ़ा रहे हैं, फिजिक्स क्या पढ़ा रहे हैं, केमिस्ट्री क्या पढ़ा रहे हैं, इट वाज गोइंग ऑल ओवर हेड, बिकॉज ऐसा माहौल बन नहीं पा रहा था. And you may be surprised, all of you, most of you may be surprised, we did not know what PD, PMT is, to be honest. We did not know what could be the syllabus. We also did not know that there was negative marking in those competitive examinations. So, although we fared too well in the board exams, so much so that we could fetch your merit, itna number, itna marks, itna percent marks, but what was lacking was that shaping up our future. That was the thing which was. And that is the period, actually, that is the period when somebody you should have molded. You should have molded or you should have framed yourself. And more so in today's world, knowing that even from class 5 or 6, people have started going to commercial coaching classes. And they are very clear right from if you ask, especially in metros, I think you'll see a young man from Bangalore. If you ask a kid or boy, especially in metro, in class, what are you going to become? He will, without any hesitation, he will tell, "No, sir, I'm going to crack a GE, I'm going to appear in NEET, I'm going to become an astronaut, what not." So that is the level of awareness which has popped in. So why our people who are there, which see, Navodaya are getting admission into Navodaya has guaranteed has assured that those guys are talented, and more than being talented, they are capable. So if they are capable, why should they not achieve something which they deserve? And in the process, वो तो क्या है, मिट्टी रखी हुई है साहब. मिट्टी रखी हुई है, जब तक आप एक कास्ट बना के या डाई बना के इसको फेंक नहीं देंगे, मार्केट में उसकी वैल्यू नहीं मिलने वाली, मिट्टी कितनी भी अच्छी हो. यू में क्लेम कि मिट्टी बहुत अच्छा पानी सोखती है सर, बिल्कुल नहीं बहती है, आप जो भी बनाएंगे बहुत अच्छा बनेगा. क्या मतलब ऐसी मिट्टी का, जब तक कि आपने उससे कोई सुराही नहीं बनाई, जब तक आपने उससे कोई घड़ा नहीं बनाया, जब तक आपसे उससे आपने कोई स्कल्पचर नहीं बनाया, इट इज नो वैल्यू. So this is also equally important. Imparting education, imparting knowledge तो है ही जरूरी, which anyways they are getting or they are acquiring. More important is also to show them the light, to show them the way they should proceed. So once, so one I thought or I just told one responsibility which rests with we as alumni is guide. We have to support also. Support in various guises. One mentally, one could support financially, and one could support just by mentally also sometimes being present at hospitals or make bloods available for donation, right? So not only that, you should sometimes patronage also that. We should adopt also sometimes. I think in the last meeting which somebody was mentioning when Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti meeting was there, I was very happy to learn that many of our colleagues they have adopted. And some of them who are at good positions, they have adopted this. So this kind of bona fide, born hummy type of philanthropist attitude or gesture necessarily be restricted to Jawaharlal Vidyalaya premise. It can be extended to a region capable of doing. Be very well extended. It will be most welcome. Now, having said that, I said what should be the objective of this alumni association. Then I also discussed about what could be the deliverables if this strong association is formed. Then comes what we should see or what we should look from now onwards. See, there is a great responsibility of school administration. And at this juncture, I am profusely thankful to Girja Madam for her initiation and making such a fantastic event happen. I can see that around 73 people are there to witness these wonderful moments. So I request the school administration to look at some of the points which are as follows. Number one, school has to ensure that this alumni association gets fatter and fatter by each passing day. You cannot afford to make it leaner. It has to be richer and fatter. That is very, very essential. And now when this Nawab is in place, this association is in place, I can see very active members also. I am sure this is going to happen. Second is, we should be meeting frequently in different forms and of different functions, different reasons. We should find some reason to have a get together like this. It is not necessary that everybody, each one who has passport from this should be able to join. It is not necessary. Maybe that number is around 50 or 100. You keep meeting because frequently जब आप करेंगे उससे बॉन्डिंग बढ़ती है और बॉन्डिंग जब बढ़ती है तो उससे स्ट्रेंथ ऑटोमेटिकली बढ़ता है. Those who are students of science, they will very well cherish this particular part. Thing which I wanted to suggest to this, please very scrupulously and religiously maintain the contact list. It is very essential. It should be updated. ठीक है, फलाना हमारा एल्यूमिनस जो है ये यहाँ है, इसका ये नंबर है, ये कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर है, ये इस पोजीशन पे है और हम उससे किस तरह की मदद हम उनसे ले सकते हैं, हम उनसे क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. एंड बिलीव मी, नोबडी इज गोइंग टू टर्न यू डाउन. ये तो सबका सौभाग्य होगा ना, अगर कोई किसी रूप में अगर काम आ सक रहा है वो भी अपने भाई बहनों के लिए, तो बड़े सौभाग्य की बात होगी. बट ये कांस्टेंट टच में रहना, फ्रीक्वेंट मीटिंग करना, ये जो इनिशिएशन है ये स्कूल को लेना होगा. बिकॉज बाकी सब लोगों को इतना आई डोंट नो, मतलब बिकॉज शायद वो ऑब्लिगेटरी उनको नहीं फील होगा ना. बट इफ समबडी, जैसे आज का इवेंट जो हुआ ये तो स्कूल ने इनिशिएट किया, इसलिए इतने सारे लोग मिल पाए आज. और मे भी हम एक दूसरे से बातें कर रहे हैं, हम अपनी भावनाएं शेयर कर रहे हैं. अदरवाइज इतने सालों से तो आई डोंट नो व्हाट वे थिंग्स हैड गॉन इन द पास्ट. So it has to become stronger because now our school is around 33 years old. It is not any less age. So बहुत strong बनाना चाहिए हमारे स्कूल को अभी और. And there are avenues and there are promises and we should not let anybody down. We should live to our potential. That is what I wanted to emphasize. Also, see, like this pandemic has given a very good reason under the auspices of this so-called non-desirable event. एक चीज तो सिखा दी गई है कि लोगों का कांटेक्ट, आप माने या ना माने, किसी न किसी रूप में और बढ़ गया है. अभी सोशल कांटेक्ट बोलिए, प्रोफेशनल कांटेक्ट्स बोलिए, अभी तो इतनी सारी मीटिंग्स होती हैं जो पहले भी नहीं होती. नॉन पैंडेमिक एरा में जितनी नंबर ऑफ मीटिंग्स होती है उससे कहीं ज्यादा आई कैन सी दैट इट इज हैपनिंग ऑफिशियली. सो इसका फायदा उठाते हैं हम लोग. आप ऐसा कोई इवेंट जब ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं तो आप डेलिबरेटली उसको सैटरडे या संडे को ऑर्गेनाइज कीजिए. यू प्रोलिफरेट थ्रू सोशल मीडिया, थ्रू आवर व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप. दोज हु आर विलिंग टू जॉइन, दे शुड जॉइन. And those who could join or who can join, they will be more than happy to be a witness of such a blissful moment. So that also I think we should capitalize. Last thing जो स्कूल को मैं बोलना चाहूंगा वो ये भी है, see, to make things more serious, I think we must involve the district administration and नवोदय विद्यालय समिति. उससे क्या फायदा होगा कि ऐसे इवेंट्स को, ऐसी चीजों को एक रिकॉग्निशन मिलता है. ऐसी रिकॉग्निशन के साथ साथ, इस पहचान के साथ साथ उसको एक बल भी मिलता है. और चीजें अगर आपको इम्प्लीमेंट करनी है किसी चीज को, जैसे आपको कोई इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज करना है, उसके लिए कुछ फाइनेंशियल सैंक्शन चाहिए, तो यदि आपका आई थिंक चेयरमैन इज डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर चेयरमैन होता है, ये लोग अगर इन्फॉर्म्ड रहेंगे, ये लोग लूप में रहेंगे, तो डेफिनेटली दे आर गोइंग टू हेल्प, दे आर गोइंग टू बी हेल्पफुल इन फ्यूचर. So that is also very very essential. We cannot live in isolation. सबको साथ लेके हमको विकास करना पड़ेगा. सॉलिट्यूड में रह के सिर्फ ड्रीम्स एंड फैंसी से चीजें आगे नहीं चलती हैं. To materialize it, it has to be in toto, all pervasive. Otherwise, we may just miss the bus. So this was actually all before I would say that these were the components which I thought I will share on this auspicious day. that I do belong to the first batch of Jawaharlal Navode Vidyalaya Malhar, and what alumni association objectives should be. If those objectives are met, then what can be the deliverables of such alumni association, and then what school management should think of doing. Before I put, before I kind of conclude, it is also necessary that, because I think I could read those agendas also. Where are you placed, what are you doing, how you have gone through and what not. A small introduction I will give about me and the department which I am working in. And in the process, I will request my school teachers to kindly disseminate this information to the ones who need that the most. बिकॉज बाकी सब तो जो दिख रहे हैं सब अकम्पलिश्ड लोग दिख रहे हैं, अपने अपने करियर अपने अपने लाइफ में सब सेटल टाइप के हो गए हैं अभी तो, लेकिन ये उन लोगों को अच्छा जरूरत, आई थिंक इट विल बेनिफिट ऑल दोस पीपल हु आर येट टू बिगिन देयर in a professional career. So, as I think some of you would know, I am Anil Kumar from the first batch, and I am a chemical engineer by profession, and I am currently working at Bhabha Atomic Research Center and scientific officer G, and also deputy manager for one of the projects of Government of India. And yes, it's a very prestigious institute to work with, and also because we directly everybody is serving for the country, but in sense that there are different modes of serving the country, so we are directly, and most of you would know also what are the mandates of this particular institution or organization. And we belong to the Department of Atomic Energy of which is headed by none other than Honorable Prime Minister of India. So de facto, Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space, they are headed by Prime Minister of India as constitutional. So at DAE, so those this organization, particularly Malhar Atomic Research Center, is for postgraduates in science or graduate in engineering sciences. So every year, all India exams are conducted. You should also know that these are the three departments: Department of Science, DRDO, Department of Space, and Department of Energy. So these three, I would say that DAE, DRDO, DOS. These three departments have also been exempted from screening by UPSC. So they do recruit all kinds of staff from class 1 to class, all kind of staff of Government of India, but they're exempted from UPSC. You should also know that these are some of the departments, especially Department of Space and Department of Atomic Energy, whose secretary is not IAS. Okay, so I think there are some or 70 Union Secretary of Administration. I can see some deputy collectors also in the list of speakers. They would know this. Some 20-25 people non-IS categories are there, and these are, so I want to emphasize that these two are the very privileged department of Government of India. So to get into these departments, especially DAE where I work in, you have to appear in examination, which is every year during March, April. So there is a notification in all media, including print media. Also, it is available in the website. One can Google. You just write BARC and all that. I think you will be able to know that. So you can appear in exam, or parallelly, you can also come here through gate. If you secure a good rank in gate, you will be called here. The second stage will be after you have cleared your written test. You have to appear in a technical interview. So once you come for technical interview, either through All India written exam or through GATE, disregard of how much you would have secured in your written examination, the entire selection will be based on your performance during your technical interview, which is roughly on an average for 1 hour. So once you clear the interview, you will be inducted not into the department but into training schools. Currently, we have 4 training schools running all over the country. Mumbai is the parent training school. So you have rigorous training program for complete 1 year. And you will also be entitled for fetching degree during this training period. After of training, depending on your performance training, again a new life. It is every day. That is the kind of thing. So it is not carried on. So अगर आप किसी ने पहले मान लीजिए रिटर्न में या इंटरव्यू में बहुत अच्छा नहीं किया होगा, वो उसको हमेशा वो इम्प्रेशन कैरी करेगा, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. एवरी डे इज ए न्यू डे हियर. दैट इज आल्सो वन एडवांटेज. ओके, सो once you get training performance across different capacities. So Those coming from science post chemistry, physics, bio, they mainly work on frontier research fields. One of those fields is in these days, I think my friend is also stating there is a very vigorous program on cancer research, and you may be happy to know that Tata Hospital also belongs to our department. So all the radioisotopes which otherwise are used for different of diagnosis and therapies, they are being supplied by this department all over the country. So scientists basically they do frontier research in different sectors, in agriculture, in health, in food, in advanced sciences. We're also a partner to the CERN program, Higgs boson